Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about day of the week and time. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the basic knowledge of Chinese. In Chinese, there are 4 tones, and this is the tone chart, which the first tone is flat, and for this example is ma, and the second tone which goes up, which for this example is ma, and the third tone which goes downwards and upwards, which in this example is ma, and the fourth tone which goes down, and for this example is ma. Also in Chinese, you is ni, he or she is ta, and thirdly, in Chinese, today is 今天, tomorrow is 明天, and yesterday is 昨天. Now I'd like to talk about the day of the week. So the concept of the week was introduced from the West. The name of days came from the sun, the moon, and the stars. When they were introduced to China, only Sunday was preserved. The other days were renamed from 1 to 6, so they became 星期一 to 星期日. So for example, if you want to know what day it is today, you will say 今天星期几. And to answer it, you would just say 星期三, which in this case is Wednesday. So Monday, which is the first of the week, is 星期一 in Chinese. Tuesday is 星期二. Wednesday is 星期三. And Thursday is 星期四. Friday is 星期五. Saturday is 星期六. And finally, Sunday, which is the preserved day of the week, is 星期日 in Chinese.
Okay, thank you, Andre. Now we will, before to learn how to ask and tell the time in Chinese, we will learn about the vocabulary about the time. First of all, this 现在 that means now is in person, and second is 点 is mean which is hour, as such as hour is o'clock, something like that, and then is 分 is minute, and 秒 and means is second, and 刻 that means is quarter, and we will explain the detail about this vocabulary. And other is the 上午 is which is AM, and the 下午 which is PM. Okay, so we will talk about now. Now is mean the 现在, which is the at present, and so we always will ask what is the time, what time is it, something like that. So in Chinese we will talk about 现在几点. 现在几点 that means what time is it. For example, we will ask 现在几点 what time is it, and the other person will answer it like 10点 like the 10 o'clock, something like that. So we can saw that is now is mean the 现在, 几 is mean how many, like the number, like how many o'clock, something like that, and last one is the 点 like o'clock. So now we will let Freya to explain the detail for us.
Thanks, Phoebe. Now, how are we gonna answer about what time is it now? If it's only hour, it's simple. They will say a number and 点. For example, 1点 for 1 o'clock, 2点 for 2 o'clock, 3点 for 3 o'clock. But pay attention, please. When you are using the number 2, you will generally say 2 instead of 2, instead of 2. There are a few ways to expressing time out exactly on the hour. Start with the most simple. Let's say It's 9:25. 3:25. 3点 means 3 点 means o'clock. 25 means 25. 分 means minutes. So we say 3:25. So that there are a few other methods to explain in certain time. Just like in English, you could say 1:30 or 1:30. In Chinese, we say 1点半. 半 means half. So 1 is 1 点. As we know, it's o'clock. So 1点半 means 1:30 means 1点半. Now, when it's a simple example. 7点半 is 7:30. 7 which means 7. 点 means o'clock. 半 means half. Now when it is 15 minutes past the hour, just like how in English some people, instead of saying for example 7:15, they will say 7:15. In Chinese we say 7点一刻. 7点 as you know means 7 o'clock, and 一刻 means 1/4. So 7点一刻 means 7:15. The example is 8:15. We in Chinese we say 8点一刻. So what if it's very close to the next hour? Is there something like in English how we say 5 to 9 or 10 to 6? For 5 to 9, you say 差5分9点. 差 means to lack. 5分 means 5 minutes. 9 means 9. 点 is o'clock. So literally it is lacking 5 minutes 9 o'clock.
Okay, thank you, Freya, to clearly to explain how to tell the time. So after that, we need to learn some sentence about the time. So first of all, we can show that is the time plus the vocab. Have a first example. This 我每天7点起床. This means I wake up at 7 o'clock every day. So we can show that the first all have the subject. Subject is mean I, is 我, and the other is the time. Time is mean 每天7点. That is can show that is the 7 o'clock every day. Every day that mean 每天. And the last one is the plus the vocab. That's when wake up, which is the 起床. So the other example is the 我昨天8点睡觉. There's just seems like the last one. 我 the subject is 我 which is the I. 昨天8点 which is the 8 o'clock yesterday. And the last vocab is the sleep. That is the 睡觉. So we can show that is the subject is almost is 你我他, which is the first we introduce. That is the you, I, he, she, or Peter, something like that. And the second is the time. Time is the clearly time. What time is it? 今天、昨天，or 时间 that is the today, yesterday, or what time. That's a timing. The last is a vocab is like such as like the sleep, eat, or see. The other sentence that is the 差不多 plus the number. 差不多 which is the almost. For example, 现在差不多6:15。The English is it is almost 6:15 now. So we can saw that is subject plus 差不多 plus number. The subject is the 你我他 seems like last one. The same subject is you, I, he, and the second is the 差不多 which is almost, and the last one is the number, that is the age, time, people, how many people, or how old are you, something like that. So the other example is the 他差不多20岁 which is the he is almost 20 years old. So 他 is the he, and 差不多 is almost, 20 is the number, 20 years old. Yeah. So the last one sentence about the time, that is the 还没 plus the vocab. So 还没 that mean not yet. So for example, 我还没庆祝生日. So we can saw that that mean is I hasn't celebrated my birthday yet. So we can saw this format is the subject, the same subject plus the 还没 and plus the vocab. The subject means the 你我他. Yep, seems like every subject. And then is the 还没. Which is the not yet and still have not, and the last one is vocab is just like something like go, separate, or finish. So the other example this is 你还没去学校. You haven't gone to school yet. So 你 that is the subject, it mean you, and 还没 is yet, and we put in the last. And the 去 is the verb, is gone, and 学校 is to school. So now we will move to the Robert to continue our presentation about the birthday.
Thanks, Phoebe, and we will talk about the birthdays, and first one that is divided into the first is Yangli and the second is Yingli. And Yangli is that the solar calendar is based on the Earth's revolution around the sun, and this is the same as the Western. So, and the second one is the lunar calendar, and is one of the Chinese traditional calendars. And we will introduce that how to introduce your birth date, and first one that is years, that is 几几年. For example, such like that you born in 1998, it means that 我出生在1998年. And second one that is such like you born in 2000, and it means it will be explained in Chinese that will be 我出生在2000年. And the second is the months, and it's in Chinese that is 几月. And the first that is January, and in Chinese that is 1月. And the second is February, and in Chinese that is 2月. And third is March, is 3月. And fourth that is April, 4月. The fifth is May, and is 5月. The sixth is June, and it's 6月. The seventh is July, is 7月. And the eighth is August, that is 8月. And the ninth is September, in Chinese that is 9月. The October, in Chinese that is 10月. The November is 11月. And the December, that is 12月. And we will move to the days, that is 几号. And the first one is the first, that is 一号, and the second is 二号, the third is 三号, the fourth, that is 四号, the fifth is 五号, the sixth is 六号, the seventh is 七号, the eighth is 八号, the ninth is 九号, the 10th is 十号, the 11th is 11号, the 12th is 12号, the 13th is 13号, the 14th is 14号, the 15th is 15号, the 16th is 16号, the 17th is 17号, the 18th is 18号, the 19th is 19号, the 20th is 20号, the 21st is 21号, the 22nd is 22号, the 23rd is 23号, the 24th is 24号, the 25th is 25号, the 26th is 26号, the 27th is 27号, the 28th is 28号, the 29th is 29号, the 13th is 30号, and also have the 31st, that is 31号, and this is also in the month. And for example, we can see that when is your birthday? 你的生日是什么时候? And the answer is maybe I was born on March of 24th, 1998. My birthday is on March of 24th. In Chinese, that we will say that 我是1998年3月24号出生的。我的生日在3月24号。And the first one is mentioned about the birth date, and the second one is birthday. In Chinese, we will usually refer to birthday only by month and date. 在中国，我们提及生日的时候，一般只提及月份和日期。And next, we will introduce some of the grammar in how to introduce the birthday. And
thank you, Robert. And now I will going to talk about several vocabularies, and I will also talk about the vocabularies with some tenses. First of all, it is the present tense, and the words, the vocabulary is 现在. It's combined from with two words, and this Chinese 现在, it means it's directly now, meaning is like now, and it's saying a particular moment for that time. And the first example is 我现在在学中文, and transfer to the English is I'm learning Chinese now. So 现在 is equal to the now at the end of the sentence. And for the second example, so it's could you take the book to me now? And the Chinese is 你可以帮我拿本书吗现在? It is, in this case, the 现在 and the now also both at the end of the sentence. And the second word is 已经. It's like a present perfect tense, and the words 已经 that means already, and it's talking about something that has been done already. And here the example is some people he asks someone, and the question is, do you finish your assignment? And the people will answer yes, I finished already. So the Chinese is 你做好功课了吗? And then B answer yes, 我已经完成了. So the 已经 in this position is the same meaning and the same function with the already that words. And another is like a bit of a future tense. It's 一会, and its meaning in English is soon. And it's talking about the time after the short time of the period. And the case and the example is like I will come home soon. In Chinese is 我一会回来了. And for the second example, it's I go out for dinner soon. And in this case, the word is in here, and it's 我一会出去吃饭. And another word is it's 遇到. And in this word, this vocabulary, and it's like in English is encounter or meet. An example is 我今天遇到了 Tom. It's I met Tom today. The second example, it's like a bit different in here. It's in this time in English meaning is I encounter something difficulties on the assignment. So in this case in Chinese we both use the same words then have different meanings on that. But it's in the case in English it's not that. So I will do a short summary for that. And yeah, and first, and the summary, we do teach some tenses in today, which like the keywords of the tenses is present tense 现在, and present perfect tense 已经, and the future tense 一会. And these are the keywords of the Chinese tenses. If you say these words in your sentence, in your words, so the people will now will immediately know what's the tenses now. And here also some vocabulary of the words of the word we teach today. First is 星期一, which is Monday. 星期二 Tuesday. 星期三 Wednesday. 星期四 Thursday. 星期五 Friday, and 星期六 Saturday, 星期日 Sunday, and other words is 遇到 encounter, 点. It's clock and o'clock, and 分 is minutes, 半 is half, and 刻 is quarter, and 年 is year, and 月 is month, and how it's the day. Yeah, this is the end of our tutorial, and please do the homework and check the weekly plan and be prepared for the next week tutorial. Thank you.